Many people ask me about the person and the personality of Pedro Arrupe because I think it's an obvious question. He's been referred to so often as the second Ignatius. What I think Pedro Arrupe did was to get into the mind and heart and spirit of Ignatius. He was a fellow Basque, and that helped a lot. Ignatius had a great beginning because at his time there was a fundamental option that was expressed this way: it's God or the world. And that meant like fleeing from the world, separating from the world. The world was considered something to be avoided, to be shunned. But Ignatius said, no, that equation doesn't go. It's God in the world. And that's what it means, because we're going to find God in people, in our brothers and sisters, and in the big events. So it's not separating from the world, it's going to the world because we're going to find the God in the world. And we find him there not because we put him there, but because he is there. That's what we're dealing with. So I think the basic thing about Pedro Arrupe then was that he shared that intuition really of Ignatius, that you go to the world. You don't separate off from it, you go to it because that's where you find people. When we talk about Arrupe as being second Ignatian, we mean that he was 100% Ignatian. And that's what made him so attractive. It wasn't that he just convinced us. What he said and what he did was infectious. You wanted to do it. You wanted to be in that company. You wanted to be associated with the group doing those same things. And that's what made all the difference, that there was this quality about him. So when Arrupe became general, remember he was elected May 22 of 1965. It was a great day. So he developed what he liked to call it, and we took it up, it's an Ignatian thing, our way of proceeding. That way it wasn't the constitutions and all that. No, this is our way of doing it. And people should be able to expect this of us, expect this of a Jesuit, that if in this situation, this is the way a Jesuit would act. This is the way a son of Ignatius would do it. And that's what he wanted. So the whole thing was our way of proceeding, and develop that, and that would be his policy. So these were the things that were part of his personality, you know, that attracted people. As I say, he made it not just convincing, but infectious. Arrupe always had a dream that he wanted to unite the best talents we had in our society, best spiritual and apostolic talents, so that we would have one mission that would involve everybody. And he was convinced, Arrupe, that we, the Jesuit order, we were exercising our apostolate in a world that was really burdened by unbelief and by injustice. He had been led to that by his travels and his great experience. He said, those are the two factors that should influence our whole apostolate. And he wanted to have some mission for the whole society. Well, when GC 32 voted in, the mission of every Jesuit and of all Jesuits is the service of faith and the promotion of justice in the name of the gospel. When that was voted in, he was delirious. He was so happy, because this wasn't Arrupe, this was the Society of Jesus. We moved through, especially through GC 32, into this great mission then, that serving the faith and promoting justice. And promoting justice became a big thing in the eyes of many. So Arrupe had to really fight the struggle through his talks and writings to say, no, it's not service of faith or promotion of justice, it's the integration of the two. They go hand in hand, and they have to go that way. And what we mean by this promotion of justice, we have to explain very carefully. The best statement, I think, you know, you can go through so much, is what we developed. We said what we mean by the promotion of justice, it's promoting in society that justice of the gospel, which is the embodiment of God's love and saving mercy. Don't think of justice as, you know, a quid pro quo or distributive justice. No, justice really is filled with God's with love. That's the driving force there. So think of it as that justice, which is the embodiment of God's love and saving mercy. That's what we're talking about. Well, this gave a whole new elan to the society, and a great surge of people felt that, we really, our Jesuit things were still so relevant, and that this was the way to go, and we had influence in the society. Arrupe had a great talent for bringing back to life not only Jesuit values and priorities, but expressions. Like he brought the Majas back to life. And that's the whole point, for the greater glory, everything for the more in this. And Arrupe showed that we could still today show how this works out in action.